Maryland, Mr. Raskin is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Women in the United States have had a constitutional right to an abortion since 1973, and that's not an argument, that's an old-fashioned thing called a fact. Since the middle of the 20th century, American women have been free to make their own decisions with respect to abortion. And this is as it should be, for every woman's situation is unique, as we've heard from women witnesses on both sides of the aisle today. Some women are 32 and have become pregnant by choice and are hoping to have a baby. Others are 19 and have become pregnant by rape, abuse, or incest and would never consent to bear their rapist or abuser's child. Some have the private resources and personal health necessary to raise many children. Others are impoverished, ill, depressed, in emotional or mental crisis, and could not seriously contemplate it. The point is, every woman's situation is completely different and deeply personal. So the real question before us in America today is, who is going to decide for the women of America? Is it the women of America? Or is it state legislators, 69% of whom are men? That's the question. Who is going to make these most private and intimate decisions? I know that every member of the committee on the other side opposes Roe versus Wade and the constitutional right to privacy. But I wonder if any of them are willing to actually defend the details of the new Texas law. It not only makes it unlawful for a woman to have an abortion after 6 weeks, when most women don't even know they're pregnant, it deputizes every person in the United States from all 50 states, including rapists and sexual harassers and insurrectionists and murderers, everyone including snooping and spiteful neighbors, feuding relatives, to go out and sue the doctors, the nurses, the medical personnel, and family members who dare to help their daughter or niece or sister or mother through a health crisis. And they can sue them for $10,000 under Texas state law today. That's America in the 21st century today, with the constitutional right to privacy under attack. This is our future and our present in the nightmare Orwellian world that the GOP wants to deliver to us. But our friends don't want to speak about the specifics. So I want to ask specifically every single witness here, do you think the law should be changed in America so women and girls who are raped can be forced to bear their rapist child as under the Texas law? Do you think the law should be changed so women and girls who are raped can be forced by the state to bear their rapist child as under the Texas law? And I will begin with Ms. Steinem, if she's still out there. Okay, then Ms. Aziz, if I come to you. Just this yes or no, if you can. Should the law be changed so that women and girls who are raped can be forced to bear their rapist child?
As a survivor, I can't fathom the thought of having to carry my rapist's child, and no one should have to do that.
So your answer is no, it should not be changed. Okay, Dr. Moyade.
No.
Thank you very much. Dr. Scrop.
No, I don't want to see the law changed. I want to see people's hearts and minds changed about this unborn human.
Okay, so I take it your position then is Roe versus Wade has it right, the woman has a constitutional right to privacy, but we should engage in the old-fashioned American arts of persuasion, of trying to convince people to our point of view about an intensely private decision like this.
Thank you. That is why I'm here today.
Thank you very much. Ms. Murray, Professor Murray, what about you?
No.
Okay, and Ms. Ross, what about you? I don't know if she's still there.
The answer is obvious, no, because my son had a complicated life getting to know his pedophile father. And the fact that I had to deal with this man re-raping me emotionally just to raise my child, that's an obvious no.
Well, Ms. Ross, I want to thank you especially for your testimony. I want to thank all the witnesses, but you have really made vivid for the United States what we're talking about here, which is every woman's situation is different, every family's situation is different, and the Supreme Court in Roe versus Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey made this a personal decision. And the doctrine has changed from one of the trimester framework. By the way, everyone's saying you can have an abortion up to 9 months. deranged. That's got nothing to do with the law in the United States under Roe versus Wade or Planned Parenthood versus Casey, which draws the line at fetal viability. But I just want to say every witness here on both sides now seems to agree that the Texas law is deeply flawed, if not completely unconstitutional, in impinging on the woman's right to choose and compelling her to go ahead and bear her rapist or her abuser or her assailant's child against her will. And that's an outrage and that's a scandal. That's totalitarian. Let's go back to the constitutional right to privacy and let's have the discussion. Let people can try to engage with each other and move each other. And I thank Dr. Scott for that point. But let's not trample on the constitutional rights of the people. I yield back to you, Madam Chair.
Gentleman from Louisiana. Mr. Higgins is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam